everyone, hope you guys are having an amazing day. XRP is at around 46 cents. Again, stable as we speak, but in today's video, it gets really crazy, guys. You have to pay attention. Why? Because we're going to connect everything together and it's going to finally click for you guys. Pay very close attention. If you guys can like this video, I really appreciate it as well. Just in, 50 United States senators have been issued satellite phones for emergency communication. Wait, why? More, the devices are part of a series of new security measures being offered to all United States senators by the Senate Sergeants at Arms. So, some people were talking about, could there be a blackout on the horizon, right? Needing satellite phones and whatnot. Nukes, perhaps, environmental disasters, guys, right? What's upcoming? What's upcoming, guys? Wars? I don't know, but something is, if this is happening, right? Now, guys, there's another fun part of XRP in the XRP community. Now, this is quite interesting. So, check this out. I typed in on Twitter, Val Jesser, that when he talked about the collapse, right? So, what comes up, guys? This comes up. Everything happens within the collapse, as we did state years ago. Out of chaos will come order. Is that how it goes? Sure, surreal how everything's playing out thus far, right? Deliberate chaos, false order, guys. Not to mention, one by one events we the community talked about years ago are coming into fruition faster and faster before the collapse. Floods, market collapse, war, blackouts, liquidity crisis, energy crisis, alien deception, fires, explosions, destruction of physical banks, the rise of AI and transhumanism. This thing right here, rituals, right? These are all rituals, guys. Wait a minute. Interesting. Wow. It truly is, right? The increase in supernatural events due to two worlds colliding. I talked about such things to prepare us for today's time. Not popular stuff, right? But in due time, it's about to be popular, guys. Right? No doubt about that. Well, when the world finally collapses, people then it will be too late at that point in time, right? And then more talks right here. But someone said why only 50? Why not more? Maybe because the end is near. Check this out. And today, I told you guys we're going to connect it all for you, right? And it's going to make sense. Same thing, same timing with the United States default. Look at this. Okay, folks, we have a timeline change on the FedNow payment service. We are expecting July 1st to be the go live date for the FedNow program, but they have shifted one aspect of their international payment service to a 1 month earlier date. FedNow money transfers are now going to start on June 1st. The implementation of ISO 20022, the international payment system, will make this possible from one financial institution to another. This service will be conducted 24/7, but it is going to be up to individual institutions to adopt this regimen. Are you getting excited yet? Right, now we go down here. Check this out, guys. Again, it all ties in, right? All these institutions, governments are supposedly updating their systems, right? Think about it right here. Again, could it just be a coincidence that what's happening on the exact same day, possibly, right? America defaults and collapses. Think about this, guys, right? And today we're going to make it we're going to tie it all for you guys. Now, time change. FedNow will start on June 1st. On June 2nd, we have the birthday of XRP. Interesting, right? We got this June 1st, Orthodox Ascension Day, and then Janus, God of all beginnings, gates, transitions, time, duality, doorways, passages, and endings. And then what do we have here? From David Shores, here's Arthur's code that created the 100 billion XRP on June 2nd, 2012. The birth date of XRP. Don't you say, June 2nd, right? We got June 1st, America collapses, and then June 2nd, birthday of XRP. Hold on a minute. Not to mention, what else is happening, right? From Ripple, BG123. I freaking love Thursdays. Who's ready for some fun? Thursdays, right? They certainly love Thursdays, guys. And look at this calendar for June 2023. June 1st is on a Thursday. Wait, what? Right? So today we're going to talk about how this all ties in with the Fed, right? The governments and everything, guys. Pay very close attention. Now, check this out. If we type in, not to mention, the lawsuit ends possibly The lawsuit is ending in June as well. Wait a minute, what? Right? Basically, my point is nothing random. Nothing is random. It's all it's all intentionally planned, guys. Lawsuit is fake. Now I couldn't find the exact tweet which we talked about years ago, that how the lawsuit is truly fake, guys. But again, you guys already know what we're talking about, right? Now you might want to know why every 100 years they reset. The prevention of generational wealth made by the common family. Only the top, those people, right? Families get to pass down their knowledge and wealth. It's been this way for thousands of years, guys, right? Exactly. Look at this. Each 100 years, look what happens, right? A black swan, to the grand scale, the scale is so big, guys, that it affects the whole world, basically, right? And it happened again. That if that's not a warning sign, then I don't know what is, guys, at this point. Why? Because Justin, Treasury Secretary Yellen, says it's now, quote unquote, highly likely the United States will run out of cash by early June, right? America collapse is imminent. And you thought we were just joking, guys, right? This is definitely not a joke. Not to mention, they should send more money to Ukraine because they need it. And then, from Janet Yellen, the United States has kept its financial commitments since 1789 by paying its bills on time. Congress has prevented defaults 78 times. It's essential they do so again, right? No, they haven't, guys. They defaulted multiple times, which we talked about yesterday. Now, why are we talking about the default, the United States national debt, guys, or the debt ceiling? It's because it obviously ties into a collapse, right? Now,
and, I would simply say, since 1789, the United States has a history of paying its bills on time. That's what the world wants to see, a continued commitment to do that. It's what underlies U.S. Treasury securities as the safest investment on the planet. And it's not an acceptable situation for us to be unable to pay our fees.
I mean, they're going to default anyways, guys, sooner rather than later. Now, the Democrats in Washington have been addicted to spending for the last 2 years. It's time to end their addiction, guys, right? Print, spend. They moved FedNow up from July to June 1st. They are going to default, guys, right? They are in on it. Why? Because breaking, the United States could default on its debts on June 8th or 9th, per Goldman Sachs, guys. Wow. Even Goldman Sachs is saying, hey, default of the United States incoming, literally next month, right? Reminder, monopoly ends when no one can afford to live on the board anymore, right? It's unsustainable. It's what we are doing. Of course it is, guys. Come on. And this time, when they default, so it's going to be for the United States national debt. And you know how bad that's going to be? Literally the end of the system, as we know it. Why? Because, what was it, over $30 trillion? Good luck. Right? Now, and then, but don't worry, guys. It's going to get very interesting here towards the end of the video, right? We're going to talk about how XRP comes into play out of all this. Now, before we do though, Biden declares himself blameless if United States defaults on debt. I've done my part, he stated. Wait a minute, what? I told you, guys. Who else stated this? They always have scapegoats. They're never going to blame themselves, right? Biden literally confirmed us. He's saying, "Oh no, it's not my fault, guys. Of course it is. Both parties are full of clowns. This is just a game for them to maneuver. None of us are ready for when kicking the can down the road stops working, guys." Right? Wow. And how they never blame themselves ties into this next tweet. When the collapse happens, they're going to take your money, guys. Wow. The former execs of failed banks, Silicon Valley Bank and the First Republic, refused to commit to giving up their compensation when questioned about it. They made millions as the banks collapsed. They made millions while you went broke. What? Check this out.
Cooperate. I promise to cooperate with the regulators as they do.
Are you planning to return a single nickel to what you cost the fund?
Senator, I know there's going to be a process review of compensation.
I'll take that as a no. So you're planning to return how much?
The answer is
none. That's it?
I'm not planning to do so, no.
Okay, so here's the thing. Right now, the law says that people like Mr. Becker and Mr. Shea can come to Washington, they can lobby for weaker bank regulations, they can load up their banks with risk, they can pay themselves tens of millions of dollars in bonuses and stock options, and when the banks blow up, Mr. Becker and Mr. Shea get to keep all the money. And that is just plain wrong.
Let's be real. If she made money during the collapse, she wouldn't have even been saying any of this stuff. But again, she is right though, right? That these people literally take all the risk, guys, right? Keep borrowing and all types of stuff with their banks, and when it collapses, they made a bunch of money. Well, you just went broke, right? Well, come on, guys. The system is fully rigged, and now it's about to all connect. You guys paying attention? Still, like this video, I really appreciate it. Now, the head for Federal Reserve Financial Services will provide insight to the launch of FedNow service on Thursday, June 1st. As you guys can see right here, right, June 1st. I'm guessing they're going to talk about it or some type of the details of it and all sorts of stuff, guys. Interesting timing. Why? Because FedNow allows third-party processors to connect directly to the Federal Reserve, plus case agnostic, plus Ripple partners as third-party technology providers for FedNow. You can't make this stuff up, guys, right? One solution, one single solution. The ability to connect directly to the Federal Reserve or work with third-party processors allows for flexibility in implementation. Now check this out. Do we see Ripple anywhere? Let's take a closer look. You guys can see all these other companies. I mean, these are Ripple partners, guys, right? Some of them, if I'm not mistaken, Volante, Temenos, right there. There are a few, guys, which is fascinating, right? And then BNY Mellon. I'm pretty sure the Riddlers followed this account as well on Twitter. Interesting. Very fascinating, guys. Not to mention, again, XRP is definitely connected to everything, guys, right? It's going to be the web of the new financial system. Interesting take on why the SEC attacked XRP. Maybe it's because of this system that's looming. But I still don't think it's that, guys. But listen to this. This is fascinating. Check this out. Alternative conspiracy.
Some also believe that the SEC was in cahoots with Ethereum's biggest backers to protect ETH and attack its biggest competitors, which includes XRP. However, I don't believe this conspiracy is true. This is because there's an even bigger conspiracy that's been brought to light since the start of the year. In case you haven't noticed, US regulators have been cracking down on crypto companies and projects that compete with the Fed's upcoming FedNow payment system, basically a CBDC prototype. If you've watched any of our recent videos about the ongoing crypto crackdown, you'll know that US regulators are targeting banks with 24/7 payment networks. You'll also know that US regulators are currently scrutinizing stablecoin issuers. Now, this makes sense considering stablecoins are digital dollars. And now consider this. The biggest competitor to stablecoins was, or rather is, XRP. This was mentioned by Avalanche founder Emin Gün Sirer, and I'll never forget it. I'll also never forget the zero-fee international transaction feature introduced by Coinbase in 2019, which leveraged, you guessed it, XRP and USDC. Put simply, it appears that XRP was seen as the primary competitor to the payment systems being set up by central banks around the world. It was also seen as the primary competitor to stablecoins, some of whom have been explicit about their intentions to become CBDCs. This could be why XRP was targeted. We'll find out if either of these conspiracies are true when the Hinman documents are made public.
Again, guys, so we could just wait it out, right? But I still don't believe. I
I
don't believe either one of these theories, guys, right? I believe it's just a show, that's all. This literally makes no sense as Ripple is on the faster payments task force. Ripple helped build FedNow, exactly. Also, OpenNet partners are FedNow providers, exactly, guys, right? We just seen it right there. Guys, look at that right there. A bunch of them. He's wrong about FedNow since it's unrelated to CBDCs. Right now, check this out though. FedNow fixes the last mile problem of cross-border transfers sent into the United States. Now this is crazy, okay? So check this out. FedNow is not a threat to Ripple or crypto. That's nonsense. The last mile problem has been pointed out by Ripple as a large hurdle, but it's already solved or getting solved in major markets. Think EU and United States, for example, SEPA Instant and FedNow. In working to build modern international payments from David Schwartz, we have discovered that the biggest obstacles is often the very last hop, getting the funds to the payment recipient through the domestic payment systems. But lacking connectivity to consumers, CBDCs won't solve the last mile problem that has made modernizing international payments so difficult. Fortunately, the domestic systems are modernizing. SEPA, Singapore, and others all have very strong domestic systems. Okay, the United States is implementing FedNow, though that won't be live for another few years, and it's about to go live, guys. Right? So there is definitely an opportunity here to bridge domestic real-time payment systems such as FedNow. with powerful benefits for SMEs and ultimately consumers around the world. So obviously David Shor's, all these people know about what's happening, guys, right? Obviously. The timeline is June 1st. Yes, unusual that they go live before the stated timeline. Now, Singapore coming up again, right? Because Mr. Poole talked about it or posted images about this, guys. Right? Mr. Poole following Singapore Airlines, or used to. Right? Isn't that odd? To me, it seems like it all connects. I don't know about you guys, but I do believe XRP will be the heart of the new financial system here soon. Now, here's a few connections, guys, to today's date and tomorrow's date. Why? 522 comes with, right here, right, David Schwartz, and a few connections. As you guys can see, today is all types of, it seems like every day there's a new day, guys, right? A new event that's taking place, as you guys can see that as well. Now, though, it gets really interesting. 333 tomorrow, guys, right? The day 333 for this calendar AL is tomorrow, I think. Day 333 of 6023 AL, which is tomorrow. That's crazy, guys. Pay attention for tomorrow, right? Not to mention, legendary NFL star and actor Jim Brown died yesterday, guys. Rest in peace to him, or a few days ago, right? As you guys can see by the date. Jim played number 3223. 523 is 4 days away. Now, why? The XRP community are talking about a few things, right? The first decider's first tweet about JB is literally 969 days, guys, right? The connection. It's not random at all. So it seems like now a few people in the community are talking about JB, as you guys can see, right? Why? Because a Riddler in the community stated 4 days after the death of my hero JB is the last chance to buy Grandpa. Now, as I have said before, Grandpa did not give me the exact name, but it's possible things are lining up correctly now. Grandpa was a man of metaphors. I'm just following his instructions. Bye for now, right? So who could it be, guys? I don't know. But JB from dark to light, right? And then there's more tweets about from the first decider, guys, about upholding his vision. I don't know, guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure JB is I think it's either the towers, right? In a more Masonic way, or it's or occult and slash occultic way, or it's more so, I believe, Joe Biden, guys, right? I don't know, because Mr. Bull did say JB is about to disappear, so that's why. Or Joe Biden is about to disappear, quote unquote disappear. Now, Venetia vessels prepare, and rest in peace to Jim Brown, guys, once again. Now, that fancy for today's video comes from Bob Clicks. My life is in your hands, Master Chief. Why? Because McDonald's tweeted out earlier last year, McDonald's will not hire any individuals that have held, traded, or sold cryptocurrencies, right? Again, guys, right? It's either we make it, or I'm just heading towards the mountains, guys, right? It's either we get wealthy, or I'm out towards the mountains. Now, financial advice, let's prepare. But anyways, that's so fast, amazingness. See ya.